So, gonna try to do this a little weird today. Um, yeah. Hey Charles, I have my monitor in my ear, and it's delayed which is really annoying.
Weird.
It's not super weird. It's only weird because of how I set everything up. So, Cassie was upset that I'm gonna have to pull the monitor out. Cassie was upset that my audio source is speakers, but I set everything up to be remote today, so like I can fully go remote. Like the broadcasting will stop automatically in 54 minutes. I didn't know OBS had this feature, but just found out it did, so that's pretty cool.
It's good and bad because you'll be like, oh, look, I forgot. So you just got to be super conscious of time.
Well, no, I mean the Zoom chat will still keep going, but I have to like keep an eye on the clock to if there's anything I want to wrap up in the coffee chat.
Yeah.
I can hear you though. Interesting. I guess my Zoom output is separate.
Are you trying to hear yourself?
So what I'm trying not to do is annoy Cassie, whose office is like directly below me, with like music and stuff. So I can't monitor the music on the call without turning the Zoom chat. The audio output, the main audio output for the computer to a multi-output device, including the ICU source and the speakers for the computer. Todd, you're not unmuted, dude.
Todd is unmuted.
Well, I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
He didn't say anything.
Looked like he was trying to talk. Now are you connected? Why do you have the?
Todd, can you hear us?
Why do you have vestments on?
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, he's trying to join via audio.
No, but he can't hear us.
No, because he doesn't have his audio connected at all.
No, but I mean like audio in both senses of the word.
Yes, yes. So Zoom, when you connect via your cell phone, you can choose to not join an audio at all.
Oh, you can do that with the video shit too, but computer as well.
So, what was I going to share with you all today? Let's see. We've got Defunding the PPD, the Columbus statues. What else we got? Need to pull up my card here. Everything's hidden once I start these because I have so many windows open. Let's see. Columbus statues, actual coffee, the era of COVID, and FOP transfers. So I'm going to go to my remote.
I'm sort of doing a little bit of work while I'm doing this, so if I'm in and out, like, I apologize.
No worries.
But this is the one thing I've said, like, I don't care what happens, I'm going to do this every week because I like it, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, also usually people don't do much shit at 10 o'clock in the morning, so I tend to luck out on that one. What is that thing? It looks like a vape pipe or something, but
Looks like
like
a what?
crazy. Looks like if someone went really crazy and did like a super duper vape pipe or something like that.
Super duper.
So go down to the left. Can I? Yeah, that thing.
It's an H4n.
Okay, let's just pretend that I'm not like an audio nerd.
Okay, well you're not, and I
Yeah.
know this.
No, what's an A4M?
An H4n is an audio input device, and an audio recorder. It's a 4-channel recorder by a company called Zoom. Different company called Zoom.
Ah.
And what it does is it lets you use that device to either record and power multiple microphones. And what I originally purchased it for was recording and powering multiple microphones on the road. Yeah, come on in, Todd. And then what it has shown to be useful for is also recording and powering microphones on locally. So you can use it as an audio interface device with a computer, like just hook up a USB cord, and
Uh-huh.
so then it acts as up to 4-channel input. Or how I'm using it is as a 2-channel input with the ambient mic, because the Mac Minis don't have a built-in microphone like the
Uh-huh.
laptops do. So I didn't have a microphone source for the Mac Mini.
So it's almost like taking so you can do like KVM type stuff with audio, and you could also do stuff where you would have like multiple like audio sources feeding into one that you would like put somewhere.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Hey Todd, you're still muted. You have your audio connected this time, but you're muted. Participants, tell him to unmute. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, there you are.
All right. I just want to say, if nobody's blessed the meeting yet, I showed up in my garb here. I've been using this time of social distancing to be ordained as a Catholic priest. So, does anyone need
A
any
Catholic.
healing? Okay.
Why? Ironically, I am wearing my Camino de Santiago shirt this morning, so I have
Bless
a
you, my
good
son.
old
Bless you.
Catholic
Okay.
cross on. But
I'm only in for about 10 minutes, and I got to go to another meeting. So, but I just thought I'd say hello to you guys.
Why have you gotten ordained as a Catholic priest?
I just thought, sinners like you might need my help. That's all.
Would it,
You friggin' heathen. You heathen.
What's the Catholic Church's position on Columbus?
He's a great guy, man. Come on. We love him. He's Italian. We love that guy, that son of a bitch.
He's not even Italian, he's Portuguese.
Whatever, same thing. Whatever. Close enough. Yeah. Now, this is my Halloween costume last year, which was fun because I live in a building that's pretty diverse, and the party that they have at Halloween is pretty LGBTQ friendly. So I thought it was fun to go as a Catholic priest and cast out the sinners. Hey, great coverage of stuff you've been doing lately, James. Trying to get those video feeds in and all that, including all those Stunads down in South Philly.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about this whole thing. This Columbus statues is driving me insane.
What
Driving a lot of people insane. So, Charles, have you been following along with like what's going on in South Philly?
Where there's like hordes of white people that are protecting the Columbus statue with the help of the police, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, James picked up a feed, and it was like one of the knuckleheads down there, and like you can see him, like he's like talking. It's like, who the fuck's that guy over there? Who's that? He looks fucking shady. He ain't from around here. He's on his phone. He's probably calling Antifa. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go fucking fuck that guy up. Like that kind of feed stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are publishing themselves, which is nice because then I don't have to like get insider hidden video because they just shoot it for me. But yeah, so I don't know if you all are familiar with Jody Della Barbara at all.
No, name sounds familiar, but yeah.
So she works in the city government. She works in I believe in the court system, in family court, but I could be wrong. I'm not exactly certain what department she works in. And she is the one that's been heading up the like like the NIMBY efforts to not have safe injection sites, and she founded the South Philly Take Our Streets Back thing.
So she likes Trump, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, she loves Trump.
Yeah.
Her
My
son,
condolences.
Your condolences. You don't have your video on, Jay.
I don't.
Or at least I don't see it. I don't know.
I don't see it.
That's weird. I'll work on it.
Hold on, let me spotlight you.
Yeah, I see it. Audio, virtual background.
I see his I don't see a virtual background, but I see him.
Oh, okay, that's good.
At least you.
There you go.
Least you see him.
Now he's in. Right. He's driving like he's always doing. He's driving.
I'm not that dark skinned.
No, but you're driving.
No, I'm parked right now. For once,
he's parked.
I'm actually parked. Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
I am in Louisa, Virginia.
Nice.
Not really. Not going to be a vacation spot.
you just go to NBA pretty much?
I do Jersey and New York, but it's like parts of New York that probably no one's heard of unless you're like a farmer, like Ringgold's, New York, or Warsaw. It's like no one's giving shout outs from there. It's just basically farmland and highway. That's all it is.
You don't see a lot of protesters that way?
None. No protesters. Nobody's wearing a mask. It's basically like the place that time forgot. There's nothing going on but farming and small towns and townships. But it's easy driving, so I like that part of it.
No, I'm saying you go to Virginia.
Yeah, I go to Virginia.
No, where in Virginia?
Where, like, all the time?
Yeah, you said you go to Manassas, which is in northern Virginia. Where else do you go?
Well, Manassas, Louisa. I'm missing something. Everything starts looking alike when you're a truck driver, for real.
Really?
I'll have to get back to you. We're friends on Facebook. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But like, you can wake up in Warsaw, New York, and think you're in Virginia because it looks exactly the same. Unless somebody tells you you're in New York, you're like, no, I'm not. It looks exactly the same.
Well, especially if you're like sleeping on the side of the highway,
No. I avoid that. Usually, you go to a truck stop. Truck stops are very accommodating. Showers, good meals. For some reason, very, very good fruit in cups. I don't know where they get their fruit from, but the fruit's always super fresh.
I was like, I've only seen like one or two truck stops, and they're always like kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean, for obvious reasons, but like most of the main like service areas I've been to aren't truck stops. But I've like randomly been to one where I'm like, I'm in central Pennsylvania and I need to like randomly take a piss, and then you're like, oh, this is a truck stop. This is kind of like, or you're like, why are there all these dudes in like recliner chairs? And you're like, oh, the truck stop.
Truck stop.
Yeah,
I wanted to
the Northeast
shout
isn't that
out.
friendly.
I wanted to shout out my coffee this morning. Crescent Moon.
Okay.
Is it strong?
Where are they from?
They are a coffee distributor in South Jersey, and they've been having a little bit because they have a coffee shop too, but they've been having a little bit of a hard time. So this one is Honduran fair trade organic. So
they have loose leaf tea as well. All right,
Yep.
maybe I'll have to buy some.
I'm going to
Is
shout
the
out my water
shipping-
because I don't want to feel left out. I like Essentia water. Hopefully they'll give me a plug and give me some money for my photography.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
And that's a shout out to my mug. All right, my mug. And that's my mug. And that's my mug.
Listen, we need sponsors. Like, you know, black and brown folks, we need sponsorship. We need to get
I would
paid.
love a sponsor from DJI. That would be very nice.
DJI?
Yes.
Yo, Akaso, the company that makes the action cameras I use, they have a tester program. I guess they looked at my social media and were like, oh, this guy will publish stuff about us. And so they signed me up for their tester program. And so
nice.
Right now they're offering me a free HD what is it, like 260-degree view front-facing camera and 180-degree view rear-facing camera for a car. It's built into like a rear view mirror replacement, so you can you can mount it on your rear view mirror post, and then it just shoots. It you know, has a rear-facing camera that it shows you. So I'm not sure. I don't really use the car that much though, so I'm not sure if I want to take them.
Well, you'll get plenty of action shots just driving through Philadelphia.
Right? Can survey the whole area for PennDOT and show them how many potholes there are.
Like they care.
Yeah. Well, it would help you if you started driving for Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
So I lost a friend this week over a discussion over the removal of the Confederate flag and the removal of statues.
We were just talking about that. I was going to ask you about that because I saw briefly your live, but I didn't see the whole thing because it kept buffering.
Okay, I'll keep it very short. So he said that he feels like the Black Lives Matter thing is going too far. And me being me, I said, well, you know, well, what do you mean? He's a white Southern guy. We got cool, and I got this job at U.S. Express as a trucker. We met in orientation, and he said that he feels as though the removal is an attempt to remove the history. And I said that is not what it's about. I said the removal is to remove a constant reminder of that part of that racist part that's kind of being glorified in front of these buildings that's supposed to represent truth, justice, and equality. And I said it's the equivalent of building a spectacular baseball stadium and then putting a Heisman Trophy football player in the front of the stadium. Like, why is there a football player in front of the baseball stadium? And I forgot one part in the video where he was like, well, we might as well remove all the MLK statues and all the for prominent civil rights statues. I was like, remind me how many people that Martin Luther King signed off on to be killed during the civil rights movement.
Right.
And I was like, he just kept saying, well, it's a part of history. I said, I agree with it, it's a part of history, but it's a spit in the face if you're going to put that part of history in front of a building where they always do, or a city hall or a park that's supposed to stand for equality for all Americans. It doesn't make sense. It's like a firefighter putting a big book of matches in front of the firehouse, like celebrating an arsonist. It doesn't make any sense. And he exploded and he hung up on me, and I haven't heard from him since. So,
oh wow,
I don't know. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, I got plenty of friends. You know, I still have you guys that love me, so it doesn't matter.
I had to write off a high school friend here within about the last week or so because he always was a Trumper, and like a few of us that would get together and have dinner. The rest of us were liberals and all that, and we'd give him a little bit of jabs and stuff, but not too bad. And so he doesn't post a lot on Facebook, but then he started posting all this shit after the protests and when the riots first happened. And of course, Candace Owens was a real important video for him to post.
Oh my God.
And, you know, and he was like, did you watch it? You didn't watch the video, did you? I'm like, dude, I fucking know about Candace Owens. And she's a person that makes white people feel better about either their racism or support of systemic racism, you know? And he said, I've gone too far left. And I said, you know what, fuck you, I'm done. you know. So
I didn't know she was a person. Thank you for telling me that.
yeah, right. Yeah.
About her,
She
but
does.
I don't like. Luckily, I don't have anybody on my feed that like fucking says anything like acknowledges her or posts about her. So
I saw a funny this morning. It was funny to me. You know, Aunt Jemima said that they're going to change the brand name. Somebody said, "Are they going to change it to Candace Owens?"
That was me. Thank you very much. All right, on that, I got to go, guys.
Front, and then put Dave Chappelle on the back, like stepping on her.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, gents, I got to go. I just wanted to pop in for a little bit. I got to do a work type meeting.
All right, man. Have a good day, brother.
You too. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, because Dave Chappelle went off on her on his special. I was like, wow.
She needs to be gone off on.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even know, but I get so much information from Tumblr. Ironically, stuff hits me on Tumblr faster than CNN or Fox or any other news media. It's like, oh, I'm just scrolling through pictures for inspiration on photo shoots, and I'll just come across an article or like a video clip. And that's how I found out about her. I didn't know who the hell she was until I saw her on Tumblr. I was like, wow.
Yep.
Like
she's a real
self-hate personified, man. It's crazy.
She's a real-ish person.
Yeah, that's whatever. You know, you can't say anything nice, so I won't say anything. I'll listen to grandma.
Who is she though? Like, is she just like some Fox News troll or something like that?
Basically, she's one amongst the group of like conservative people of color. I won't even call her a black folk because I don't think she's quite black folk. She's one of the people of color who Fox and conservatives have latched on to as, you know, somebody who speaks for, you know, black people.
Oh, like a Ben Carson.
Worse.
Yeah.
Much worse.
Yeah.
Worse. It's like your escaped iguana and Godzilla. We want to get them both back, but one of them we got to get back right now. Yeah, she said some stuff that'll really make you go, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with her.
She's like those two black ladies that were really going hard in the paint for Trump during his election. I can't remember the name of them, but they were like
Diamond and Silk or something.
Yes, Copper and Manure was what I called them, but whatever.
Copper and Manure.
Diamond and Silk.
Yeah.
They're like two retired strippers.
Yeah. I'm going back out today to deliver more food to folks.
That's cool.
Liberty Resources. So I figured out that did not know this, but you know, the power of Google. Did not know this, but apparently OBS has a timer function built in where you can tell it to automatically stop streaming at a certain time. So I've been doing this whole thing automatic remote for a while, but did not know that.
It's okay. Photographers get to read the book all the time.
read the manual. What's like, the manual?
The hell am I going to do that for?
I know how this works.
RTFM.
Right.
I know how stuff works. I don't need a manual.
Right. And then you go to like a shootout or a seminar or someone that has the camera and they're doing stuff. You're like, I had that same camera. I didn't know what to do that. Like, well, you didn't read the book, you weirdo.
Hey, Chris, you on?
Yeah, how's it going, James?
Good, how are you?
I'm
actually breaking up because you're on a cell phone like the rest of us.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on my way to my buddy's coffee shop that is opening up for the first time in 90 days today. So I'm super excited. I love his coffee, and I'm really happy his business is back open.
That's cool.
Is that the one I just shouted out?
Yeah, I think so. Crescent Moon?
Yeah.
I know you ordered some coffee from him last week when I posted about it. Which thank you again for it, dude. That I really appreciate that.
Man, I love coffee, so I mean, I named a whole Wednesday chat after coffee. You didn't have to ask me to order.
You had me at hello.
I just ordered some too, so.
Wow,
Yeah,
thanks,
he's
guys.
fast, too.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah, let him know if he wants to jump on one of these and talk actual coffee. We'll do it.
Yeah, he's the guy to do it too. He roasts all the coffee himself, you know, and he it's his livelihood. Like from the ground up, that's what he lives his life on, is coffee, and he definitely knows quite a bit. I've learned a lot from him about it. I remember when I first found out what a coffee cherry was, and I was like, "How the fuck did we get from coffee cherries to coffee?" You know, it's a many-step process.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's weird. I'm like, how do they unwrap every freaking bean by hand?
Wow.
Right, but even you know, just like, who was the first person to go, "Oh, let's take these bitter ass, nasty berries off this tree. We'll take the seed out from the inside of them. We'll sit that out in the sun till it turns green. Then we'll roast them until they turn black, and then we'll grind them up and make them into mud water, and that's gonna be good."
Yeah.
Boredom?
Yeah, I guess, man. I guess. I mean, I asked the same question about bread. It's like, how did people figure out how bread was made? I don't know. People were very creative back in the day. I guess they didn't have cell phones to keep them occupied, so they were just like, let's see what we can do with a little bit of fire in these ingredients.
I just think, I don't know, pull the heck out of here.
What are you gentlemen up to this morning?
I'm
Reading
working.
a term sheet.
So is all of Philadelphia open for business now? I haven't been in the city in a while.
It's yellow.
Okay.
So
It's
like
a softball thing?
Well, like, so I was actually in Jim Thorpe and it was green and I could actually like go inside of the car and it was really fucking weird. It was nice though. But Philly's yellow, so I think you can have outdoor seating in certain spots, like Attic Brewing Company. Shout out to Attic, Germantown, really great brewery, good people. Like they were open last weekend and they're gonna be open on Wednesday, but you can only sit outside and the tables are spaced apart and like you have to wear a mask when you go inside and order your beer and stuff like that. But
okay.
Is anybody else like with this whole color coding thing? Does this remind anybody else of like the Tom Ridge, you know, color coding after 9/11 thing too? Like, is that where they got this model from? And is it just as much bullshit as that was?
I mean, red, green, blue is, red, green, yellow is your general KPI for shit going, it's pretty generic.
Yeah, no, I get that. I don't know. It just, after 9/11, they did that whole like terror, threat color code chart, and like something about that just kind of like, I saw an alignment there in my head, and I was like, my conspiracy theory brain started rolling, and I think that's maybe a little bit of an overreaction, but.
Well, you have to have something in place because this will be the year that we remember for the rest of our lives. We had to teach Americans how to wash their goddamn hands. Not children. So-called adults had to learn how to actually wash their hands. And you wonder why the aliens, you're like, no, we're not going there today. No. Come on, we should visit Earth. No. They can't even wash their hands. I'm not going to bring them the technology. No.
Look, we brought them hand soap centuries ago, and they still haven't figured it out. All right. So until they get that, no light speed travel.
How many of you have spotted people wearing the medical masks the wrong way. Like the blue side obviously belongs out here, and then the bendy part goes across the bridge of your nose. I see them upside down, the white part facing out, under the chin. Like, what are you protecting? It's a beard virus. I have to protect my beard. Like, okay. And I don't say anything, because I think if you say anything to the wrong person, they'll just probably stab or shoot you. So I just kind of look at people like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, people get really aggressive about the mask, and like aggressively anti-mask. Like I was at a Marconi Plaza the other night, just filming, just recording, like earnestly asking people questions, and not even like I wasn't even trying to ask like trap questions or nothing like that. But you could see in their eyes they identified me as not one of their own immediately because I had a mask on.
This guy's concerned for his health. I don't like him very much. What? Yeah. I flew to Dallas a couple of weeks ago to visit somebody. And, Philadelphia International was pretty laid back about the whole mask thing for the most part. But when you get on the plane, you have to wear a mask. And there were a couple of people like making a big stink out of it. And there's always that one old lady like, listen, put the damn mask on, because if you delay my flight, we're going to have a problem. And everybody that was like fighting, put their mask on. Like, you do not mess with an old lady. You don't.
Yeah.
She's just like little Italian lady. Like, listen, put your mask on. If I miss my flight because of you, we're gonna have a problem. And I don't think she really meant business.
So do they give you surgical masks?
Yes, they give you masks.
Yeah, they're not making it difficult. Like that's the thing, like it's nobody's making this hard to do, really. Like you can get free masks anywhere, or like $1 mask, like or like wear
a bandana or a shirt. And I got into a discussion with my buddy who's really anti-mask. I said, this is a very laid-back pandemic, bro. If we really had an airborne virus, you would be shitting your pants. I said, Google airborne pandemic. It is frightening because you can't see it and it's moving around.
Yeah, well, this is like in the droplets, right? Like that's the thing. If it were actually airborne, it would be way worse. Yeah.
This is like the GED class of pandemics. It didn't really study hard in high school. You know what I mean? It's an underachiever, but it has potential. But you don't really want the one that went to like college. You don't want that guy. And studied in the Navy SEALs. You don't want the Navy SEALs pandemic. That's the one that was on outbreak.
Manage a Starbucks.
Right. I just, every little thing you tell people that benefits them, they have to like fight it. It's like, just wash your hands. I'm a truck driver and I can always count at least 6 guys in the bathroom that come out of the stall, which means obviously you did number 2, because most dudes don't go in there unless they're doing number 2. That's just how men are. They walk by the soap. So I track this guy. He's walking by the soap. He touches the door. So I don't touch the door. He's grabbing the hot dog tongs. He's grabbing cups. He grabs 3 cups, puts 2 back, takes 1 cup. He's spreading everything. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you don't care about anybody but yourself, I guess, Yeah, man, I always make a joke, and I always make it really loud when I'm at a concert. I work concerts now more often than I attend them, but when I used to attend them, whenever I would go to the bathroom, like, there's always a line for the bathroom, but there's never a line for the sinks. And I would always point that out really loud. I'd be like, oh, that's weird, man. I just waited 10 minutes to go take a piss, but there's plenty of sinks open. And like some people would look at me, and then like a couple people would like turn around and wash their hands real quick. It's just like, you ain't fooling nobody. We know you had no intention of doing that.
Okay, I can't be the only person who wasn't washing their hands as much as they should have been. Because like, seriously, I started doing it and like, my hands were so goddamn dry, it was ridiculous.
I started washing my hands.
Like, I think like, so I mean, I'm just throwing that one out there.
Yeah, but you wash them under normal circumstances. If you go to the bathroom, excuse my French, you take a smash, you're gonna wash your hands. That's just.
Oh, if I take a smash, definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna wash your hands. I mean, that's just normal stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would sometimes if I was like, taking a piss or something, I would just rinse my hands with water real quick because like I knew I took a shower.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
come on, like y'all know, like everybody fronting like they're washing their hands for real, like
you guys are hygiene posers.
I was hygiene before hygiene was cool.
Me too. Hello,
right,
thank you.
I'm gonna get going. Okay. I'm gonna jump in and get my breakfast and my coffee because I'm super excited for that. But it was good to see y'all. I'll try and make it to the next one next week.
Okay, be safe, brother.
Yeah, you guys too.
We're having the all video all car chat this morning except for Charles.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm one of those weirdos that like has a desk job.
I'll trade places with you, man.
I mean, this isn't a job for me. I'm just volunteering to deliver food. I had a problem with I'm still unemployed, so I've been collecting unemployment, and I've had a problem with unemployment this week, and they won't tell me what it is. They just said that there's a issue, but when I look at my unemployment claim, there's no issue listed.
Yeah, they're pretty much the worst. I remember going through that back when I had unemployment. Sometimes it would be delayed and they wouldn't tell me. Then like the next day would be in my check in my account. I'm like, well, what happened? So it doesn't happen again. They're like, we don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just responsible for distributing the money. We don't know anything about it.
It's not.
I'll show you all. I'm gonna do a screen share, and I'll show you all through the better camera what the neighborhood looks like right now.
I see people.
So this is an app called
They did the
Open
reverse
Camera.
thing. I bought a GoPro like years ago and I never used it, and like I don't even know where it is anymore. Have you ever used one of those?
Yeah. So that was what I was talking about earlier. Acaso is a company, and they make GoPro knockoffs basically, but they're just as good.
Yep.
And that's how I got involved with them, because I bought two knockoff GoPros.
How much do they cost?
The Acaso ones are about 100 to 150, depending on how much demand there is and which model you get.
But I thought GoPros were like that.
No, GoPros are like 300 for the base model. They're like 500 to 600 for the good ones.
And their drones were awful. They had awful drones. Oh man, that was a disaster. They kept crashing and overheating in mid-flight. Like, woohoo.
Yeah.
No
DJI,
bueno. 1, 2, 3, 6.
DJI is the only one that really makes good drones, unfortunately.
Unic is okay, but it's not as good as DJI at all.
Speaking of, Jay, I wanted to talk to you because I'm going to be doing some photo shoots for some fashion companies here in Philly, and I wanted to see if you wanted to do some like indoor drone coverage video work.
Yeah, we can do that. That's no problem. I'm cool. Actually off Saturdays and Sundays now because they cut us back now that the COVID crisis is a little bit calmer, so they don't need us as much. So I'm usually off Friday evenings, Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll try and schedule some things for then.
All right, well, keep me posted, man, because I got to pull out and head back.
All right, cool.
Talk to you guys later, man.
All right.
Be safe.
Thanks. You too. Yeah, I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next. Gonna do some shoots for fashion companies, like I said.
Yeah.
What do you got going on? Like, is your company like moving to get back towards like having people work in an office or anything, Charles?
No. Two reasons. Like, one, they're not stupid. And two, like, I honestly don't think there's enough. Like, our office is so small, there's not even enough room for us to do any sort of social distancing. Like, we were tight enough as it was. I'm hoping that maybe we can like squeak in a barbecue or something. Like, I don't think it could be at the office, but like that's the one thing I'm missing is that like there's a whole bunch of fun shit that they do during the summer, like, you know, like they have like a full bar with like single malt scotch and stuff there. It's kind of crazy. They have bad beer in the beer fridge.